So here's how contemporary tripods work. You get a plate that screws to the bottom of the camera, and then you put that plate in what's called the clamp. And that's how you attach a camera. And this is a cheaper kind. And this plate is proprietary. It only works on this tripod. But there's another system, which is the universal system called the Arca Swiss system. And that's this deal. There's a clamp here. That's the clamp right there. It's got a dovetail. You screw the plate to the bottom of the camera, and then you put the plate in the clamp and tighten the clamp down, and your camera's secure. This is a ball head. This is the standard tripod that almost everyone uses is a ball head. There's a ball and a socket. There's a locking knob here. You can loosen this lock knob. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Hang on. And once you loosen the lock knob, you can move the camera around, and then you tighten the lock knob, and that clamps down on the ball. And then there's a panning lock here, so you can pan. But if you want to lock the pan, you just tighten that. Now you can't turn it. So the ball head and the Arca Swiss clamp and plate are a universal. You can put any device that has an Arca Swiss plate on any ball head that has an Arca Swiss clamp. So that's a universal system. It's not proprietary. For example, you see here, I've got an Arca Swiss plate on the bottom of this lens. I don't have the camera attached right now, but that would fit. I have to be careful with this big expensive lens. I'm gonna set this down for a second. You can see there, this Arca Swiss plate is secured in this clamp. On the ball head. So the most common kind of tripod these days that hobbyists and professionals use are ball heads with an Arca Swiss clamp and these Arca Swiss plates. There's an Arca Swiss plate on the bottom of that camera. But on this gimbal, I put an Arca Swiss plate on the lens foot. There's a reason for that. Why you do that on a gimbal. You don't put the Arca Swiss plate on the clamp here. This is an Arca Swiss clamp. You put the lens foot because you get better balance. That's a gimbal head, but this is a ball head, and this is what almost everybody uses, and it's not proprietary. I can put this lens on this clamp. I can put this lens on this clamp. I can put this Arca Swiss plate that's bolted to the bottom of this camera onto this tripod, or I can put it onto that tripod if I want to, because it's a universal clamping system. Whereas these proprietary ones, they're usually on really cheap tripods, and this is a pretty cheap tripod. So I don't mind using it for a little point and shoot. But this is proprietary, and that's not a ball head. That's actually called a video head. It's got the handle on it. Now, another feature of the ball head is this slot. I've got that camera in landscape mode, but if I want to, I can loosen the ball and rotate this whole camera down into portrait mode. I have to hold the camera while I do this. But I loosen the ball there, and now I can rotate the camera down into the slot. and I've got the camera in portrait mode. Or if I want to put it back up into landscape mode, I just put it back up like that and tighten down the lock knob. So that's another aspect of a ball head, is you can easily flip from portrait to landscape mode by dropping that shaft down into that slot. Makes a ball head very versatile. Now, the other aspect to contemporary tripods is you can buy a tripod with a ball head, but you can also just buy the legs and buy a separate head, any ball head of your choosing that you like. This one's called a Benro. And these ball heads come in all price ranges from, $30 up to, $1,000. Or anywhere in between. But you pick any ball head you like. They all have different load capacities as to how much weight they can bear. And you can screw any ball head onto any tripod if you just want to buy separate legs and a separate head. This just screws right on there. I'm not going to screw it all the way on. But well, maybe I will. But you can just screw any ball head onto any tripod, any Arca Swiss ball head. And again, here's the Arca Swiss clamp that we showed previously in the other video. So there's a lot of versatility here with the modern tripod system. Now, these Arca Swiss plates are readily available. They come in all different lengths. You can get them anywhere. They come by many different manufacturers. These are easy to get, these plates. And unlike these proprietary ones, when you get a tripod like this with this weird plate, you're probably going to get either 1 or 2 plates with this tripod, and that's it. And if you need more plates, they're not easy to come by. They're hard to find because they're all different. There's a bunch of these manufacturers that make these tripods with these weird square plates, but they're all different sizes and they're not interchangeable. And it's hard to find the exact plate that fits on this exact tripod. Very difficult to find them in the aftermarket. But these Arca Swiss plates, you can get them all day, every day. They're affordable. They're easy to get. Like I say, they come in all different lengths for different applications. So the Arca Swiss system, that's really the way to go. Another thing about these Arca Swiss plates, you can screw them to anything. Anything you want to put on a tripod. If you wanted to put a table lamp on a tripod, you could finagle a way to get an Arca Swiss plate on the bottom of your table lamp. I actually have one of these Arca Swiss plates screwed to the bottom of a model rocket launch pad, so that when I'm launching rockets, I can work up here at this height and not have to bend down to the ground. So you'll think of a lot of different things that you can put on a tripod that you want to get up off the ground. I've also got one of these plates screwed to the bottom of our Christmas laser lights that I have out in the front yard. And so the laser light isn't down in the ground shining up. I've got it up on a tripod shining at the bushes in the house. You'll find a lot of different ways you can use a tripod with an Arca Swiss plate screwed to almost anything you can think of that you want to get up off the ground. So here I've got the Arca Swiss plate screwed to this adapter thing. It goes to the binocular mount. I think you're getting that already. But you can do a lot with the Arca Swiss system.